Hey everyone, and welcome to this video. Today I'm at the junkyard, and what I'm going to show you is this 1997 GMC Safari. Now this is going to be a bit more in depth. We're going to go over GMC Safari and Chevrolet Astro, essentially the same vehicle. Now, this ran for a long time. This van came out sometime in the mid 80s, I think like 84 or 85, and it ran till about 2005. It only ever had one option as far as engines, as far as I know, and that was a 4.3 liter V6. Now, the 4.3 liter V6 did change over the years. Now, this Vortec name came out in 94, I believe, and it was only an option in the earlier ones. But as of 95 or 96, it had become standard to get the Vortec V8, or V6 rather. So Vortec 4.3 liter V6 was standard as of 95 or 96, pushed out about 220 horsepower. And the old one pushed out about probably 160 or something. It was no powerhouse. Never was. This was really a good contractor van, a great family van. And as you can see, this one here, it's a good example. It's been oil sprayed. So this one's green, and fun fact, my dad actually has had 3 of these vans. He had a 96, a 97, and a 98. The 96 was red, like the burgundy-ish maroon red. The 97 was blue, and the 98 was this green. Now, only one of them had power windows, and that one had probably the least problems. The first one he got in an accident, after being in an accident, and he fixed it. Now, this one here is kind of uncommon because it has captain's chairs in the middle, and then a bench in the back. Of course, the bench is gone from this one, but what I liked about these, you only had one door on the side here. You didn't have a door on that side ever. And I just remember them being very comfortable too. Now that door setup I don't like. That is the Dutch door setup, which is you open up that one. Okay, that one, then that one. Now what's kind of nice is you could just lift this up and drop groceries in, but at the same time, the barn doors was a much easier style, and that was electric release only from the front of the van. So there's no button back here to manually release this hatch. Now obviously this one didn't avoid the rust because it's still kind of crusty underneath. But it's not bad compared to others I've seen. But these came with 15-inch wheels always. These are not stock wheels. I don't know what these are. I think they're probably Centerline or American Racing. And, well, this one looks like someone liked it a lot, so they did give it gifts. Now, these had 2 transmissions in them. They had a 700R4 in the earlier days, and then in the later days, they received a 4L60E. So, the 4L60E was, I don't know if it was better or worse. They were both about the same. They were hit and miss. Some of them were good, some of them were not. Now this one had running boards on it, which are not held on by much anymore, and looks like they are what promoted all this rust. If you see one of these that are rusty, chances are, if they have running boards, that's what caused it. Gas doors love to rot on these. Power steering problems galore on these things too. Very basic transportation, but it was just really nice basic transportation. As you can see, this one does have the power windows. Now, cool things about these. Okay, that's almost came back in my face. You could fit a full 4x8 sheet of plywood in the back of these. Also, you could get them all-wheel drive. Now, they're independent front, which I want to say it was very similar setup to the Jimmy or the Blazer. Now, the thing is, this is sort of weird on this van because, as you can see, it's a frame up front and it's also a frame back here. Now, technically, it's body on frame, but technically it's not because it is actually, the body is welded to the frame. So technically speaking, this is a unibody. But the way they did it, it has almost basically a full frame underneath of it. It's kind of different, and it actually made for a really robust built vehicle. And they seem to be popular to this day with contractors. And this is one of those vehicles that GM never should have discontinued. They should have kept these going and going and going. People like them still. Now, of course, everything has its issues, and this one here is probably not short of them. You could get graphics down the side. You could get, like, it was the 90s, guys. You could get graphics on anything. Like, you see the early F350s, the new Super Duty ones, and from like early 2000s, and you could get decals down the side. It was really cool, actually, I think. Now, these all came with halogen headlights, and it's a toss-up. I like both the Astro and the GMC version of the GMC Safari version of these. They're both good, they're both spacious, they're both big inside. Now, you could also get them in panel van, which contractors really like those, and they're very expensive to buy still to this day because of that. And you could even get leather in them, which I personally have only seen a few with leather in my life, but they're around. You could get a basic light or that map light. You could get auto dimming rear view mirror. Once again, not a very common option on them. On them. Of course, air conditioning, dual zone climate control, rear heat, rear air, all the things of the 90s vans you could get. Now, I'd like to say this is added after the fact because these all cracked up, so I'd like to say they added that, but I don't know. I've never seen one before with this padding. Maybe it's a thing of the higher trim level that gets it, but I don't know. It has a drive clean sticker. I remember those when they were coming out. And yeah, that is a brief history on the GMC Safari or the Chevrolet Astro. Really, really good vans for their time, and I wish they never discontinued them because as much as I'm not a GM fan, I do have a soft spot for these because they're just so utilitarian and so useful. And they look decent, but they aren't overstyled. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button as well as subscribe for more. Have a great day, everyone.